Hello and welcome to the Emporia State University Digication website. My name is Stephanie Mellon, so click on the Stephanie Mellon link with a picture of me looking silly as a mad scientist during summer reading last year. Welcome to the ePortfolio Professional Portfolio of Stephanie Mellon. This website on Digication represents my 2-year journey studying towards my master's degree in the Library and Information Sciences. As you review my portfolio and read through my experiences, please know that my journey into librarianship was fate, my library science degree was hard work, and finally that I am extremely passionate about librarianship. This introduction gives reasons why I pursued a master's in library science through the SLIM program. When I click on the program outcomes, I have chose different artifacts to represent the required program outcomes that the ALA sets for the accredited institutions. For the foundations of the profession, I chose an assignment that I wrote in my first semester as a SLIM student during my Foundations of Library and Information Science class. If you will notice, you can click the title of the artifact to be linked to each of the artifacts in program outcomes. So for this artifact, I chose the field trip to the Golden Library because it highlights the present current challenges and technology trends within public libraries. I highlighted the modern day assets of public libraries, and for information resources, I chose my artifact to be the Collection Assessment Report. It was a group project done during collection development and management. This report assesses the materials collection of the Boulder Public Library. It required us to cut 10% of the collection materials budget. It was a very fun project to do because of the challenges with digital information and print collections. For organization of recorded knowledge and information, I chose the assignment I did on the Digital Public Library of America. I wrote this article and rewrote it during my organization of information class in the summer of 2013. It was my first time ever participating in summer school, and it was a very challenging semester. The Digital Public Library of America was a great example of how important metadata and organization and digitization of information is. It is a collection of different artworks and birth records and newspapers that are collected from different libraries and museums across the country and is constantly growing. So I really enjoyed discovering the Digital Public Library of America, as well as other online databases that have organized millions of information and metadata. For technological knowledge and skills, there were a lot of different artifacts that I could have chose. There's a lot of technology in this degree. However, I chose my 2 most fondest websites during my web design and development class. Now, this was also another challenging semester. I thought that I would drop the web design and development class, but by the end, it was one of the most rewarding classes that I ever took. It was like learning a new language. So this is the Finding E website that was also a group project that I did with 2 other people, and it was a real business in Kansas City where this woman was an artist and she needed to advertise her photography, jewelry, and artwork. The other website is the London website, which was a journey of a lifetime. It features the librarians in London journey that we took. We got to travel around the city of London and visit different libraries and learn about global librarianship. I really enjoyed visiting Stonehenge with Dean Alexander as well. For reference and user services, I chose a book talk that features an award that Colorado has for teens' favorite young adult books. So this video is made by teens discussing books that teens did, and I'll just play a second of it. It recommends different books to the teens.
Bill, read! Where we're going to review some of the teens' best summer books.
For research, I chose a poster board presentation. It was a project that included an evidence-based research action plan as well as this poster display. So if you click on the Teen Scene, Keeping It Real with Young Adults in the Library, you will be linked to the report that I did. For continuing education and lifelong learning, I chose the Early Learners Summer Reading Proposal that I wrote up for the Resources and Services for Early Learners class. For administration and management, I chose a class that I did in advocacy and information organizations. I really enjoyed this class. I thought it was very pertinent because advocating for libraries right now with all the different changes is very important. This advocacy campaign and flyer exemplifies the importance of libraries and their positive impact on society. So the report I did basically says that libraries are not an endangered entity, and it describes why we are so important now more than ever. In the Professional Values tab, I chose more than one artifact for each of the values just because I wanted to make sure I could display all of the work that I did that I am most proud of. So for service, I chose programs that I had designed for different ages. Under leadership, I chose some of the artifacts that were most important to leadership ability. I know that I will someday be an excellent leader, and these artifacts demonstrate the potential that I have. For integrity, I struggled with what artifacts to include, but when I thought about it, integrity, honesty, and moral value have always been qualities that I personally hold in the highest regards. During the past 2 years, I've learned a great deal about the importance of these qualities in the library and information sciences profession. So when I thought about it, really I could have included almost all of my artifacts in this. But I did choose the why, how, and what of library advocacy and why it's so important. And I also chose organizational culture. This was a management paper that I wrote that discussed how important organizational culture is within a library. It's important for coworkers and management to work as a team, to get along, to treat each other with respect. So I think that organizational culture is very important in today's day and age. For mentorship, I included some learning or teaching projects that I did and technology learning projects that I did this semester. When I began in the libraries 5 years ago, I had the most wonderful mentor. She was a teacher, and she shared her knowledge of the library enthusiastically and patiently, and I hope to share that with patrons and coworkers in the future. I feel like these artifacts depict my professional promise to enhance librarianship. My work is one of my most favorite sections because it shows the graphic design work. I got my associates in graphic design years ago, and I think that designing flyers and infographics for the library is very important to advocacy and marketing. This is a Teen Tech Zone infographic that I designed during a group project, and it describes why technology training for teens is so important. This is the summer reading flyer that goes along with the early learning summer reading proposal that I did as a previous artifact. Here I am reading one of my favorite stories. Story time is my favorite day of the week at the library. This is again the flyer for advocacy, saving the library, showing people how important libraries still are today. And the last one is a poster board session that I did with another coworker where we describe how you can find balance in developing a collection with budget and space and digital content today. Here is my professional development reflection, which describes the journey that I've had into librarianship. It also details the different semesters, the classes I took, and the things I learned. So it kind of describes my journey. And at the end is my resume. It's simple but bold. If you click on the PDF, you'll get to that. And then you can contact me through my work email, my personal email, or just through Digification. Thank you for exploring this professional portfolio with me. I've had a wonderful time at Emporia State University. I really enjoyed the professors and the classes. Cheers to librarianship.